Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Boston Jay, and this is Wicked Pisser. Figure I go live today for a little while. Sorry, guys, I'm a little scruffy. I need to shave. Setting everything up here. Let's mute that so I can see the chat. Hey, son. Yeah, I think that that profile, that's been there for a little while from Levi. Now that I think of it, I remember it being there for a little bit. 4 watching, 3 likes. I like that. That's great. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? Hey, Tina, how you doing? You know what? Don't bother posting anything on Facebook for me, because I am barely there anymore. I don't really go on Facebook much anymore. You know, send it to me in a text or on Messenger. I use Messenger, but I hardly ever go on Facebook anymore at all. You Dizzy is in the room. He's in the house. How are you doing, you Dizzy? You know, hey, I'm still waiting on that sticker, you. Chilling. Is it cold up there? Because let me tell you, it's cold here. It's cold. Yeah, I've been checking my mail every day. Checking my mail, brother. I can't believe you Dizzy showed up into my chat. That's great, man. I appreciate it. Yes, hardcore. Who else we got? We got Tina. Oh, I said hi to Tina. I saw Tina pop in. Kelly Hall. Kelly, you're new here. I don't know if I'm even subbed to you. Let me check. Let me check. Takes a minute. Everything's cold. Yes, Kelly, I am subbed to you. Okay, I wasn't sure. It was a new name that popped up in my chat and I didn't recognize it. I apologize. Guys, say hello to my son-in-law, Jay Geek W. That's my son-in-law there. So what's everybody else doing today, the rest of the week? My week's quiet. I'm hoping to do an investigation this weekend. Not sure. I got to get with my my investigation team. And when I say team, I mean my son and possibly Tampa J. Tampa J and I have been teaming up quite a bit, and I think we make a good team as far as investigations go. He'll ask questions and he's like my let me see, he's like my, oh my goodness, Kelly, really? Listen, I know the feeling. I had my gallbladder out quite a few years ago, but I mean, the pain that comes along with that, unbelievable. Unbelievable pain. You just got a chopper to build for a project in time to come over 7 feet long, going to be cool. Yeah, that sounds awesome. I can't wait to see it. I saw a picture of your fireman bike. I mean, I thought that was really, really cool. I think I sent you a message, Diz. Do you do like scooters and like golf carts and stuff like that as well? Black Widow frame, that's awesome. You do. That's cool. That's really cool. I dig that, man. That's great. And you do it and you just donate the stuff, huh? That's amazing. Guys, if you haven't already, go over and show you Dizzy some love. Sub to you, Dizzy, because let me tell you, this guy is amazing, okay? He does things out of the goodness of his heart. He works hard on building, building a motorcycle or a go-kart or like I was just asking, golf carts, stuff like that. And he just donates them, and he's an amazing guy. Show you Dizzy some love, guys. He's amazing. Hey, anytime, my brother, anytime. Happy to give a good guy a decent shout out. So, did everybody else hear about what's going on with YouTube? What's up there, my brother Boomer? I heard, I found out and heard that now instead of being monetized at 10,000 views, that you have to have 4,000 hours. And that's pretty rough because I was at the time I heard this, I was at about 5,800 views. And I worked out the math and everything. I'm at about maybe 450 hours. No, it's not 4,000 hours of content. It is 4,000 hours watched. 4,000 hours of views. Which means now everybody's going to have to make videos that are longer so that you get more hours of viewing, And it kind of sucks because, everybody's been working so hard to get them 10,000 views. And, you get to 10,000 views and it might not be 4,000 hours. Drive Shaft Drew's in the house. Hey, Drive Shaft, you're new to my chat. Let me see if I'm subbed to you. I probably am, but let me just double check and see if I'm subbed. Takes a second. My laptop is really slow. I need to get a new one. If only I knew somebody who did IT work that could speed this thing up for me. Jeez. Yes, Drive Shaft Drew, I am sub to you. That's great. Well, that would make sense if if you're sub to me, I'm sub to you. I usually sub, like, if I go into somebody else's chat, like you Dizzy, like I've been in you Dizzy's chat, and I sub pretty much everybody who had popped in and said, "Hey, I subbed you, Boston J." I usually sub everybody back. Boston pulling in the big guns. Hey, well, it is what it is. It is what it is. Cold in Florida today. Cold in Florida today. Let me tell you. I had to put a sweatshirt on today. It was so cold. Yesterday wasn't so bad, but today, oh my goodness. Well, thank you, Kelly. I appreciate you coming by, and I hope everything works out well for your son. Once it's gone, he'll be in pain for a little while from the surgery, but, he'll bounce back. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. So, Boomer, we gotta get together and figure out when you could do an interview. That would be a lot of fun, man. I think I watched your interview last night. I thought it was a blast, man. It was a lot of fun. I'd like to get involved and do the same. It looked like it was a ton of fun. Take care, Kelly, and well wishes to your son. I hope he does okay. I hope he's doing well. I picked the wrong time of day to go live. Most of the people that are sub to me are usually night owls. Gators World, what's going on? Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. Where am I going to investigate next? I don't really know. I'm still kind of stuck on doing that the haunted orange grove. I still and also want to go back to Berea. I'm trying to knock it around in my head to see where I want to go next. There are still quite a few places in the downtown Tampa area that I want to go check out. We were there. We did the Fort Brooke area with Tampa J. I think I might want to go back and do that cemetery at night. I forget what it's called. I think it's called Oak Lawn Cemetery, I think it is, out there in downtown Tampa. I think I'd like to go there again, but I want to go at night because I think it might be a better investigation. And oddly enough, I've been kind of rolling it around in my head, thinking I might want to go back and do another investigation at the Frank Lloyd Wright House again. I've been there. I've been there twice already, and I think going back a third time might be kind of cool. I don't know of any hauntings, but it's an old one. But there's a couple of cemeteries in Fort Meade. Yeah, I mean, I'm game to go do investigations at cemeteries. The older the better. Miss Raina, how are you? Thanks for coming by. Yes, Massachusetts is in the house. You Dizzy's in here. We're bringing in the big guns from the Boston area. Where are you from, Miss Rayna? Now that's a name. Throw shit. That's great. You're in Worcester. Okay. Yeah, I grew up in Malden. I lived in Everett for a little while. I have a oh, you're in Dizzy's in Worcester. You're in Fitchburg. Oh, I love Fitchburg. Fitchburg is a great place. I've been there many times. I've got a niece that lives in Worcester. And you know what's funny? There are people in the chat that are looking at that and they're going, "That's not Worcester, that's Worcester." No, it's not Worcester, it's Worcester. Throw shit from Chicago. Chicago's a nice town. Bet it gets cold there. It's Worcester, not Worcester. Only, yeah, that's right. We're the only ones that say Wicked Pisser. And you know what's funny is I've done a few investigations with some other people, and I've had people ask me, "What does Wicked Pisser mean?" And it's funny because you got to explain it, you know, and it's a New England thing, you know. We're the only ones that use it, so it's kind of funny. Yes, I would consider myself a paranormal investigator. Yes. Go back and check out some of my videos. I did an investigation with Tampa J at actually I live in Florida now. I did an investigation with Tampa J at a parking garage that was built on top of an old burial ground, and that was a lot of fun. We got a few EVPs, and it's really cool. You should check it out. Check out some of the other paranormal investigations that I've done. I've done a few in the went to the mountains of North Georgia, did some investigating up there. That was a lot of fun. Wicked Pisser basically means, you know, you could use that term for a good many things, but Wicked Pisser basically, the basic meaning of Wicked Pisser is yeah, it's when you have to pee real bad. That's great. I love it. That's great. Diz, you crack me up, brother. You crack me up. That's funny. Oh man. Wicked Pisser, the basic explanation for Wicked Pisser is awesome. Awesome, really great, cool, exciting, stuff like that. You know, like for instance, I use it in a sentence. I'll say, hey, I'm talking to a friend of mine, and I'll say, hey, I talked to Gators World today. We had a Wicked Pisser conversation. You know, it just means real, you know, really cool, really good, really, you know, exciting, awesome, you know, and that's the basic explanation. You know, unstable bladder. That's funny. Kyoko, how you doing? Thank you for coming. I appreciate you coming in. You can't do a Boston accent? Well, the easiest way to do a Boston accent is to take all your R's and just throw them away and make them AH. Like park and car and garage. Harvard. Yard. You know, words like that. Yeah, the Chicago accent is one that's hard, but you guys pronounce your R's over there. Park the car. Park the car in Harvard Yard. Which is funny because, you know what? They don't allow cars in Harvard Yard. It's blocked off. You can't get a car in Harvard Yard. Anybody that's been to Harvard Yard, you know that you can't get a car in there. Yeah, and khakis are not, the pair of pants that you have folded up in the drawer. Your khakis are what you start the car with. See, my son-in-law, he's learning the lingo. He hears us say it enough that he knows that the words. He's starting to understand us a little bit more. You know, the wife and I talk, and he's getting it. And it's funny because my granddaughters will sometimes they'll start talking like that. They'll say, "Hey, are we gonna go in the car?" It's funny. Your stepdad was from Boston? Teener? He would call you Teener. Yeah, that's funny. I've heard that said before, that we take ours out of some places and we put them in places where they don't belong, like idea. When somebody says the word from Boston, somebody from Boston says idea, sometimes it sounds like you're using an R at the end. Like instead of idea, I have an idea, it's an idea. And it sounds like there's an R at the end, but there really isn't. I got a candle going and it's so cold, I'm putting my hand over the candle to warm up my hand. That's how cold I am. All right, I'm back. You okay? Yeah, I know. Where are your, put them on. Go stand under the vent. Well, I'm talking to my wife behind me, and she says she's freezing. I told her, go stand under the heat vent. We have the heat on. The heat is on, and it's taking too long for the house to warm up. It's cold here.
60.
Huh?
It's 60.
Oh, well, hey, great. It's up to 60 in the house. Ooh, we're on a roll here.
We're on our way.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. So normally what I do when I go live, I usually only go live for about 30 minutes.
I guess we'll get
I I don't like going for a lot longer than that. Hey, Nalisha, you snuck in here without me seeing you. How are you, darling? I'm going to fix something here. Let me fix this. I'm glad you popped in. Thank you for coming. There. I'm glad you came. You came in at the end, but that's okay. That's okay. At least you came. So I usually do a live stream. I usually only go for about 30 minutes. I think that's more than long enough. I've gone for longer. I've gone for like 45. And I've found that if I go longer than 30 minutes or if I go any longer than 45 minutes, I lose views because people don't like to watch a video that's, an hour long, especially if it's a live, if it's live and then when it uploads after you go live, when it uploads, people aren't going to go back and watch it as often as they would, a video that was recorded. Like if I do an investigation and do that kind of video, I get more views on a regular video, than I do on a live stream. So yeah, you've got snow in North Georgia. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, that's true too, Nalisha. People will watch. They'll tune into a video that's an hour long or more, but they won't watch for the entire hour. I've learned, and I've looked at my stats. I've looked at all the okay, we can all share the blanket. I've looked at everything, and I've done the math and all of that, and I realize that I need to do more live streams and I need to do more videos to get my numbers up. But I've also learned, oh, that is cold.
Trying to get you under. Leave her be. Get off her. We're cold. I know you are. You want to get under?
Can you guys hear my wife out there? She's she's talking to the dogs. The dogs have to go underneath the blanket to get warm. You can hear, Jason can hear you, and he says hi.
Hey.
It's your son-in-law.
I know who Jason is.
Oh, you got the black blanket? We got one dog wearing a sweater. The other one doesn't like one. Kyoko says hi, Mrs. Boston.
Hey.
She says hey. So I'm like I said, I'm hoping that I'll be able to get out and do another video. Maybe this weekend. I'm not sure because if it's cold this weekend, I ain't going out.
It's not supposed to be.
Especially if it's
Not supposed to be. It's supposed to be warm the weekend.
Nalisha says hi, Boston Mary. Renee, hey Renee, how are you? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you stopping by.
Hey, stop.
It's cold here. Like I said, we got up to 60 degrees in the house. Yeah, it only took 2 hours to get there, but hey, we're getting, it's warming up. It's warming up. Hey, son, have you had your fireplace going? True Life Average Jane vlog. Showing love. Thank you very much from Missouri. Thanks for coming in. Not yet. You need starter logs. Well, can't you get those starter logs at like... I'm pretty sure you can get them at Walmart. And you can buy they used to have right outside of Publix. They used to have a package of wood wrapped up in plastic. They used to have them right outside Publix. I don't know if they still do or not. Well, you got plenty of wood outside, right? I mean, you were a Boy Scout. You know how to start a fire.
Hey.
No, they're just regular wood they used to have. You got a cord. Dogs, stop it.
I was watching Jason's video with Lizzie on there, and that's what she heard. Lizzie's voice.
You heard Lizzie and started?
Lizzie's here.
Minnie, easy. There's no one here.
Lizzie, yeah.
Oh. I tell you, the dogs could hear something, from like 3 houses down, like a bang or something, or a car door, and they go nuts. They just start going crazy. So,
Quiet.
you have a 2-year-old pit bull. She does it if you rattle a cheese wrapper. That's funny. That's funny. No, this one, we have one that's a little Chihuahua min pin mix kind of thing, and she hears the slightest noise that she hears that she doesn't know what it is. She just goes crazy, starts barking like a nut. Jason, the amount of newspaper that we get in the mail, you should be able to put together your own starter log.
Hey.
I know I was, we were there at Christmas and it was warm in the house. Does that fireplace, now if you get that fireplace roaring pretty good, is that going to warm up the house enough to where you're going to be comfortable?
No.
Or at least half that house?
Just the living room.
Just that one room?
Sitting room.
Yeah, I got 2 ankle biters.
You're alright, Minnie?
You guys okay? You're all right.
She's shivering so bad.
Is she?
Yeah.
Zuzu.
I don't know if Chihuahua shake it or...
No, she's cold. Because she doesn't shake like that all the time.
No.
She's shivering like the dog, the poor thing.
Everybody quiet now. Shh. Minnie, Susie. Hey.
You like that behind me? Yeah, believe it or not, that thing's probably about 25 years old. My wife got that for me, I think for a Christmas gift one year. She got it at the casino up there in Connecticut. No?
No, I bought it at the mall.
Oh, I thought you got it at the casino.
Bought it at the mall.
She found it at the mall. So, all right. I love it. I've had it for such a long time. It's pretty cool. It's got rabbit fur. It's got and it's got a pheasant on it.
That's lovely.
Yeah. It used to have on the bottom. It used to be a lot longer on the bottom, but the cats seem to like it quite a bit. So it's kind of cut off on the bottom, but that's okay. It still looks good.
Don't give me that look. You can come over here too. Come on.
It still looks good. So, yeah.
Well, I can't help it. She's cold.
You can make some like that? You make them like that? Nalisha? Yeah, yeah, cats. It was the wool. If you see, I've got the wool that's attached to it, and it was the wool that was hanging down. Anything hanging down, the cats would play with it. And we don't have any cats anymore. We're down to one. So, hanging it up. I used to have it hanging in the living room, and that's where it got all ruined on the bottom. And then I moved it, and now it sits in here, and it's okay. Nalisha, you can make. That's actually called a mandala, is what it's called. And you can make them like that, or you make the other like dream catchers that you would hang in the window. That's cool. That's really cool. Jane, thanks for coming by. I appreciate the support. Thank you very much for coming by. I really like the fact that you stopped by to show some love. Have a good day. Let me see where my time is at. Okay. Yeah, I'm probably going to end it here. I've been on for 38 minutes already, and, I go longer than that, and I kind of start getting, it's me, Brian. Hey, Brian, how are you? I'm glad you came by. Unfortunately, you came by right at the end. So, feel free to hang out in the chat after I end it. I'm gonna hang in the chat for a little bit longer. I'll be here for a little bit longer after I end the video. I'm gonna stay in the chat. So if you want to stay in the chat for a few minutes, that's great. What's the matter? So, anyways, I've been on for 40 minutes now. So, guys, thanks for coming by. I appreciate all of you. I love you all. And, I'll catch you on the flip on the next one. Stardust, you came right at the very end, Stardust, but thanks for coming by. All of you, be good. And if you can't be good at it. Peace.